Hi, Michelle Hughes Pro EFT Master here, and I'm here to EFT tap on the COVID-19 virus and the panic, the upset, the fear and the anxiety that people actually feel. Now, the reason I'm tapping today is because a few people are great, and then other people are quite nervous and fearful around what happens if they contact it, and they're frustrated and angry about the people who are deliberately socializing rather than being mindful of their space and how they can pass it on to the vulnerable and the elderly in our society. Now, the other thing I want to say is there are many different types of tapping out there. There's clinical EFT, there's pro EFT, there's universal EFT. There's a gazillion different EFT styles out there. It doesn't matter what you've thought, what you've learned. The important thing to do is tap. If you to tap here or if you to tap in specific places, it doesn't matter the style. Do mine if you want, do your own if you want, but the important thing to do is tap. Okay, so let's go. Right, and I'm now, if you're new to tapping, it's very simple. There's a setup statement. Even though I have this something or other, I accept myself, and then we tap the rounds. So because there are a number of different fears, I'm just going to give you 5 or 6 setup statements and choose whichever one you like, and then tap the rounds. A lot of people say, I never know what to say, and that stops them tapping. So I'm going to give you a very simple solution, 2 very simple solutions. The first solution is, if you're very frustrated, angry, write down what your emotions are and why you feel it, and that there is the words you can tap on. Or if you can't even get around to that, just tap silently on your feelings. But I'm going to give you sample rounds of things to say, and then you can see me tapping. The other thing I want to let you know is I have just washed my hands and I've given myself a nice hand cream. So my hands are clean. So I am actually going to tap on my face for maybe the second round or the third round. But the first round, I'm not going to use, I'm just going to tap on my lower body. So you can see, if you don't want to touch your face, it's fine just to tap on your lower body. But if you don't mind tapping your face, I'd probably tap on my face later. Okay, so I've just thought about how people feel, and this is just if you're really anxious, nervous, frustrated, or living in fear. Okay, so here we go. Right, take a deep breath and measure where you are feeling on a scale of 1 to 10. 1, I'm not even fussed about this at all, or 10, I am there and I am really anxious and really worried. So give yourself a location of where you are on that scale and just try and tap with, and what we'll try and do is reduce your level of anxiety, fear, or whatever. Okay, so here we go, and you can join in with me. Okay. Even though I'm really anxious, I was down shopping today and people were breathing down my neck, and I got very nervous and frustrated and annoyed with them. I feel so frustrated. I accept where I am and how I feel. Even though I'm really anxious and fearful, and I don't know how to let this go, I love and accept myself anyway. Even though this fear, I can feel it. A lot of people feel it in their throat or their stomach. I feel it in my stomach. I'm so anxious and I don't know how to let it go. I accept myself anyway. Even though I was so angry when people were not keeping their distance from me when I was down shopping, and I see it on the television and on the radio, and I'm kind of addicted to the bad news, I want to let that go, and I want to love and accept myself. Even though I feel so fearful, anxious, those people, they're breathing down on me. It's not their problem. They're healthy and young. I'm not that young. Or I have an underlying condition, so I'm anxious. I want to let that go, change my thoughts, and do the best I can. So there's 3 or 4 setups, even though, and here's another one. Even though I feel whatever, I love and accept myself anyway. Okay? And that's the last one, and it's a really simple one. So now we're going to tap. The first time I'm just going to tap in the lower body, and then the second and third rounds I'd probably use my face as well. Okay. I feel so angry. I was in a bit of a panic. I'm angry at other people. I'm angry at myself that I went out. I'm angry that I have to go out. This frustration, this fear, this anxiety, this fear, this anxiety. I'm holding it in my chest, or I'm holding it in my gut. I really want to let it go, but I don't know how. This anger, this fear. I feel so fearful. I'm scared. I'm scared I'll get this virus. I just want to let that feeling go. And I want to accept where I am anyway. So take a deep breath, shake it out, and then measure where you are and how you're feeling. And then we'll do a second round. And we'll kind of mix it up a little bit now. Even though I'm still feeling anxious and afraid, I want to let it go and change my thoughts. Even though I'm holding on to this anger and frustration and the carelessness when I think of the other people, I get angry when I think of those careless people not keeping their social distance. I want to let that go and do the best I can. Even though I feel so frustrated or scared and I'm holding it wherever, I do want to let it go and find peace. I want to love and accept myself anyway. Okay, so I'm going to mix up the tapping. This fear, I really want to let it go. I want to change my thoughts around it. When I think of them, I get so angry. This fear, I feel scared. How dare they? Maybe they weren't thinking. I was thinking and I was angry. I just want to let that go. I want to do the best I can. Holding on to this anger and worry isn't going to do me any good. I want to release it so I can replace it with calm, relaxation, peace, joy. There's an awful lot of good happening in the world. There's a lot of good happening in my community. And if I want to, people will come and deliver meals to me. These feelings that I'm holding in my body, I just want to let them go. These feelings, this fear, this anxiety, I choose to release them as best I can. Okay, there are just some simple rounds of tapping. And maybe when at the beginning you measured it, you were up there as an 8, 9, 10. Maybe you're down at a 4 or a 5. And if you are, put your hand here and tap here. This here is a really powerful point. It's on a triple warmer meridian. Tap here. I really want to let this anxiety go from my body. I really feel anxious. I'm a bit nervous when I go out. I'm going to do the best I can. I'm going to take all the precautions. I choose to love and accept myself. And then I'm going to try and change and bring some positive stuff in. I really want to stay calm. Imagine if I didn't think like this. Imagine if I could change my focus. Because I know when I focus on something, my emotions follow. I want to focus on the good that's happening around the world. The earth is getting a chance to breathe. People are coming out of the woodworm offering support to many other people. There's a lot of good happening at the moment. I choose to think of the good. I choose to relax. I choose to love and accept myself. I choose to appreciate where I am. I choose to relax. I choose to be calm. I choose to breathe easily. I choose to trust. I choose to relax. I choose to do the daily energy routine that will keep my immune system going. I'll put that in there. I choose to do the best I can. And when I'm feeling upset, I choose to think of other things, change my focus, think of the good in the world. I choose to relax, and I choose to do the best I can. So that's just some simple rounds of tapping to really release the anxiety, the fear, the frustration, the anger, the feeling of being so scared. The other thing I want to say is have a few tools in your kit. So when you're feeling anxious, try and change your focus. You come to a junction, I can go down the road of worry, or I can grab a few tools like a good few memories, maybe play a game of cards, or maybe take your photograph album out and look at all the fun times you had with friends and family. Or start appreciating. I appreciate whatever, that I live in a country that's healthy. You know, I have a roof over my head. I know where the next meal is coming from. There's many. I appreciate my friends, my family, the flowers. There's beautiful daffodils, lovely primroses. Oh my goodness, I love primroses. There's lovely primroses. I appreciate so many things. So I hope this has been helpful to you. And really, this is just about tapping on the here and now. And as I said, my colleague, Dr. Nora Sweetman, will be doing an EFT video on staying calm and relaxed in this time. So thank you very much indeed, and stay safe and let go all that unwanted negative emotion. Bye.